You guys want to know what I hate? I hate modernization. The modernization of things that have been a certain way for so many years, and then suddenly we're just going to decide, okay, I actually don't like this anymore, and I want to ruin its entire identity. And today we're going to be talking about that. If you guys don't know already, Cracker Barrel has recently decided that they want to get rid of their entire brand identity and just replace it with some bullshit. Now, I'm going to be honest, this actually might be the ugliest redesign I think I've ever fucking seen in my entire life. As an avid Cracker Barrel fan myself, look at me. This is actually the most disgusting, vile shit ever. And this is not just Cracker Barrel. This is literally almost every single company that has their own little unique identity. They're just stripping it and replacing it with these minimalistic logos and this bullshit redesign. It is disgusting. And I don't even, first of all, do you know who this is? I have no idea who that is. I guess she's the owner or CEO of Starbucks or something. Look, I don't want to be a hater. But Starbucks is boring, and that's fine. Starbucks is okay being boring because it's a cafe. Usually cafes don't have to be super all over the place. It'd be cool if it had its own identity, but mostly its identity is just being green and brown. That's it. There's nothing really to it. But if you take a company like Cracker Barrel, which its whole identity is based around being this old-timey, I don't really know what it is. It's so hard to explain. It's like a collection of things. It's just like an old-timey restaurant, essentially, at the end of the day. But it's a chain. And their entire identity, and I mean this, is that. And the redesign gets rid of all of that. And it's so confusing to me. Because that is literally the only reason, well, that's like half the reason I enjoy Cracker Barrel, is the scenery. It's cool to go eat there because you can look around and be like, oh, that's a Pepsi can from 1922. That's pretty fucking cool. But yeah, now I don't get to see that. And they're making these weird things on the wall. They're gonna be like boards of, essentially, they're gonna be like these collages of old timey cookware. It's just fucking stupid. Like, it looks like a shitty modern art museum. It's just dumb. It doesn't look good at all. You know what this shit looks like? This looks like Mr. Krabs' house when they had to fucking paint it white. That's what this looks like. It is so fucking derived of anything creative, inspirational. I mean, it's not really inspirational, but just like there's no art in here. It's just cookware nailed to a board. It's just so boring. For the time being, the Cracker Barrel near me has not changed yet. But if it does change, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I'll be kind of upset. And I know that it's kind of a weird thing to get upset about. It's just a restaurant. And I know, but it isn't just a restaurant. This is a problem with literally every company and corporation. They're deciding to just dumb down everything that they own for no reason. I have never seen one of these new logo redesigns even work. I mean, like, the most notable one for me that I can think of is the Firefox redesign, where they just went to like colors. Like, it used to be cool. I used to like think about that logo like, oh, that's a fox going around a globe or something. I don't remember what it was, but it was interesting, and I thought about it. And that's the point of a logo. I want to be able to think about something when I'm looking at it. I don't think anything when I look at a clean slate with words on it. It's uninspiring. It's boring. And that's what they want to do. I don't know why. That's the biggest move anywhere in all of these companies, is to just, for some reason, change everything about their company and dumb it down for some reason. Now, I don't know about you guys, but something like this really affects me for the holidays. Me and my family have basically had a tradition where every time, it's getting close to Christmas time or the holidays, every time it snows, we like to go to Cracker Barrel. And it's mostly for the fact that it's such a cool place to go. I mean, they have like that constant fire burning. They have all of the older kind of like antique things that just make it feel like a more nostalgic Christmas, which doesn't really make sense. It's one of those things where like you just have to experience it to know what I'm talking about. And even at the end of the day, all I'm trying to say is that it's a very like nostalgic place to go during Christmas or winter time, even though it's not really nostalgic. But it gives you that feel, and that's the whole point of Cracker Barrel. And to strip that all away, like, hell, if mine does ever change, I'm just not gonna go during Christmas, because all the things that make it fun to go are just gone. Sure, they have the gift shop, but like, I don't want to spend $45 on a fucking Luke Combs vinyl. I just don't care. And it's just crazy to think that they would even do this in the first place. Like, I know I've said this like probably 4 times already, but that is their entire brand identity. And the CEO is trying to say that this is not actually the case and that they're going to keep all of the old things that made Cracker Barrel what it was, but they're not. I don't know. Like, I've shown you a couple pictures already, but this is insane. This is not Cracker Barrel. Now, like I was saying earlier, obviously this is just a restaurant and it doesn't necessarily mean that much. And I get that. It doesn't. But the point is that once a big company, well, like a larger company like Cracker Barrel does this, it's going to, for some reason, influence other companies that have their own unique identity to do this. And it's so stupid to me because now, essentially, Cracker Barrel has turned itself into a Bob Evans. What makes Cracker Barrel any different than a Bob Evans if you get rid of its entire personality? Like, if I want to go to Cracker Barrel, but Bob Evans is closer, at this point, I'm just going to go to Bob Evans because it's the same thing now. You just made it with white walls. You've added a couple pictures on the wall that are old-timey. They're just collages of boring shit. There is no old feel anymore. You can't modernize an old feel. How does that make any sense? Those are such clashing things. I don't know. The whole idea is so confusing to me that they would just throw their brand identity out there for what? It's not like Cracker Barrel even needed a redesign. If you think about it, who are the main people that go to Cracker Barrel? Is it millennials that were dying for a change, that were dying for the walls to be painted white and all the collages on the wall of this cool modern art? Anyone home? It's actually not. It's actually people that are probably older, probably, you know, our elders, our senior citizens, and normal Joes that go there like me, right? Your average Joes that go to Cracker Barrel just to enjoy the experience. There is such a small percentage of people that actually want this change. And she'll lie and say whatever bullshit. Well, you know, I really think that we're getting a lot of positive, you know, feedback. No, you're not. You're not getting any feedback at all. In fact, everything I've seen is negative. You know what? You know what it is? In these the older people that go there don't want change. It's something that they've always gone to. So when you change it, they're probably not going to come back because it's not the same restaurant they've been going to for however many years. And the menu is changing too. Everything is changing about this. And I know this is crazy to be super upset about. I know it's a little stupid, but it's the fact that this is going to start a stupid butterfly effect. I just know it. And it already is. Like, Cracker Barrel is a part of this butterfly effect snowball. You know what I mean? Because there are so many companies that are just doing this. Another thing is they have lost so much money overnight. If you guys don't know, Cracker Barrel lost almost $100 million essentially overnight, which is crazy. $100 million is a disgusting amount of money. It is actually unfathomable to think that they have lost $100 million in 24 hours. And it's because they did this. They would genuinely have more money right now if they just did nothing. They could spend $50 million and do nothing, and they would still have more money than they do right now. Like, it's genuinely something that's been grinding my gears ever since I saw this. And the logo, where did he go? Where'd the guy go? Why does every logo have to be a solid color with some boring ass text on it? What if I want to look at the fucking guy sitting next to a barrel? What if I want to look at that? I don't know. Hopefully Cracker Barrel wisens up from all this and sees that this is such an embarrassing move by them. And, you know, hopefully other companies will follow suit and just decide, wow, I probably shouldn't make my restaurant white and sterile like a hospital and make everyone super uncomfortable just because someone else did it. They're going to see that this didn't work and it cost them so much money, and it will cost them even more money in the future. Like, hopefully they see this and they take this from that, because I want to live in a world where things are interesting and I don't DoorDash everything to my house just because the food tastes good. I want to actually go to a restaurant and experience the point of the restaurant. Like, this is just stupid. Imagine if Texas Roadhouse got rid of the whole Western thing and they just served, and it was just the Roadhouse. And they were no longer Texas themed or country themed. And you just got food. Like, then why would you go there? It's just a restaurant. It's a fucking Coney Island at that point. It doesn't do anything. It serves no purpose. And there's no cool thing about it. It's just boring, and it's the most stale, boring piece of shit I've ever seen. And it will continue to be that way if we keep letting this happen, which is why I think companies are going to see this and hopefully wisen up and never do some stupid shit like this, because it's such a bad idea. It never is going to work, I swear. But the more people are okay with it and still go to these places after they have done these stupid decisions, just makes for more of an impact on these other companies that are thinking, well, maybe I'm going to do that. And then they do. I want brand identity back. Just to reiterate, if your local Cracker Barrel is doing this redesign shit, just don't go. At the end of the day, supporting them is only going to lead to other companies following suit with this minimalistic bullshit that we don't need. So thanks for watching. See ya. If you stuck around to the end of the video, I just want to say thank you. If you're here for my regular content, like all the gaming stuff, I'm going to start like getting rid of that. I really enjoy making these kind of videos where I just talk about stuff that I'm more interested in and things that bother me. And just kind of like maybe not doing an entirely commentary thing, but just I'm pretty much honestly going to be posting whatever I enjoy posting. So it's never going to be super consistent. If I do find something I like, obviously they'll start to trend towards a certain genre or something like that. But for the time being, just kind of expect some more videos like this. And I apologize if you're here for the gaming stuff. I might be ditching it. We'll have to see. But thank you for watching anyways still. Peace for real.